What's good, fam, and all my natural hair community? This is a little discussion that's been going around YouTube, in response to Sexy Girl and her thoughts upon this natural hair obsession. Now, I totally understand where she's coming from, and I'm not going to say that I agree fully, and I'm not going to say I disagree fully, because everybody has their own point, and everybody is right in their own way. Okay? So I'm going to make a few points, or, my opinion on the issue. She says that, I think she said in like the past 5 years or so, it's been, or no, she said 7? I don't know. However many years it's been, there's been a boom in the natural hair, industry, people going natural, you know what I'm saying? And I can honestly say that, my dreads, I've had them for 4 years. And I can honestly say that, I used to, I'm from Birmingham. And before I started mine, I really didn't see it, well, dreads that was. And I'm going to specifically pinpoint locks, okay? I didn't really see it. Not really. And then all of a sudden, I went to Florida for school. That's when I started in 2006, my sophomore year of college. And, in Florida, there's plenty of dread heads. It's really not that big of a deal. And some people thought that I wanted my dreads because everybody else had dreads. And that was not the case. So that made me upset for one. Okay? So, first thing, don't think that some people are getting natural hair because they see everybody else doing it. Not saying you personally, Sexy Girl, just anybody. Don't think that. Because I wanted to lock up my hair years before I went to college, but I was just really nervous for the big chop where, to go natural, because most of us as kids, we didn't have a choice. We didn't have a choice between, do you want natural hair or do you want these chemicals in your hair? Do you want a relaxer, or do you want to keep your natural hair? No, you didn't do your hair. Your parent did your hair. So since they doing your hair, they're going to be like, oh, we're going to slap this just for me in this and let's get it moving. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, that's the easier way to put that chemical in the head and keep it going. I don't know how many kids would choose to have that burn and you're like, oh, mama, it burns. Can you please wash it out? And not being able to scratch your head and not being able to wash your hair the day before. I know all about that. I didn't like it. So I wanted to go the natural way. But growing up, I only knew relaxers, and I thought that's what you were supposed to do. It's funny because some people still believe that that's what you're supposed to do. Put a relaxer in your head so your hair will be straight and flowing and all that good old stuff, so you can look like the girl in Herbal Essences. I had a really good friend back when I was in high school, and she had her locks, and they were so long. I thought they were so beautiful, and I didn't know much about them, so I started doing my own research on it, and it turns out that that's kind of really what I wanted to do. But then my freshman year, I got in a band, and I couldn't really keep my hair the way I wanted to keep it going because, I was a crab and all that. But we're not going to talk about that because we're not talking about crabbing in the band. We're talking about natural hair. So, I finally decided to get my, I chopped the hair off my senior year in high school. And then, I kept a low boy fade all through my freshman year. Then I started growing my afro out. And once I started, twisting my hair, I noticed some people who had dreads and it was kind of long. Nobody ever thinks that the baby dread people are going to keep their hair going. Even when I see them today, I'm like, yeah, they going to wash them out in a couple of weeks. They ain't not going to be able to take it. But that's not always true. But I came home, I was like, where all these dread heads come from? And these people with natural hair. It definitely was a boom. There definitely was more people, and it definitely does seem like it could be faddish. But who's to say that's a bad thing? Who's to say that they can't do it? Because it almost seems to me that people who are getting upset about it are upset because, oh man, see, now I had my natural hair, now everybody else gonna do it. Now I'm not as cool because they have it too. I mean, don't think like that. That's not cool. I'm not saying you're thinking about like that or anybody else thinking like that, but some people do. Some people do. What's bad about taking out the relaxers and all the chemicals and stuff out your head? What's wrong with that? To me, if there's any fad that's going on, there's so many fads out there that aren't good for you. There's so many things people do that aren't good for you because their friends are doing it. What's wrong with me getting natural hair? Some people drink alcohol because their friends right next to them are doing it. Some people smoke weed just because their friend right next to them are doing it. I mean, if anything's gonna happen that I want the person next to me to do, be natural. Like, hey, I'm all for it. That's wonderful. I find it quite ironic that the thought of going natural, think about it, going natural. Why do us as a society have to go natural when the natural hair coming out of my head is like this? Why is it such a big deal or such a big feat for somebody to say, oh my gosh, she's not putting chemicals in her head and she's letting the natural hair texture come out? I guess that's the world we live in. See, there are some people who out there who want dreads or who just want natural hair just because that's what they see on TV. I remember this little boy was like, oh, I love your dreads. I really want some. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Why do you want dreads? Because Lil Wayne has some. You know, see, stuff like that makes me understand where she's coming from. He wants them because Lil Wayne has them. So there are points to, you know, different points to this argument. And so yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but I don't really see the problem. I think that if it is a fad, that the people who really want to be natural are going to stay natural, and the people who want that straight hair are going to get that motions box kit and slap it in that head. Let them do what they want to do. I'm not in control of your life. I have no say so over that. You have none in mine. So, I mean, hey, I don't really think it's that horrible for people to actually go natural. But I can say that people are a little bit obsessed. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. I don't know. If anything, I just kind of wonder, when will people get tired of natural hair? I know I'm not. You know, I can't, you know, my people call my hair long right now. I mean, it's only 4 years. I can't wait till it hits my butt crack. Oh, I'm just talking crap. But for real, I mean, I can't wait. I enjoy seeing my hair grow. Every time I twist my hair, I feel like it grows more and more. So, I mean, yeah. Leave a comment, video response to me, to her page, whatever you want to do, because I want to hear what y'all got to say about it. I think I just rambled a lot, but I think you understood the gist of what I was trying to say, because usually I try to write down my thoughts, but I just decided to make a video. So yeah, gotta love y'all. Stay tuned for more, because I never did a video about my 4-year lockiversary, so I gotta get to that. I ain't forgot about it. I just get tired of editing videos. That's why I don't make as many videos as I want to, because I get tired of getting behind this camera and making a video. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Alright, talk to y'all later. Big shout outs to my dreadhead community, you know, on deck. Apples and Mustard, Ron's Goddess, Chescalay, along with her other channel, Chescalocks, Dante86, Pretty Boy Shay, Miss Gatlin 357, and Zaylock. I mean, along with everybody else in the YouTube community that I might not have named